Fishermen, diving into deep waters or fishing in shallow ones, are ready for anything for a good catch. Sometimes they encounter huge, shocking, and amazing creatures that they pull out of the water. Sometimes they have to wrestle with the fierce jaws of these marine inhabitants right on the spot, or even escape from incredibly large specimens. Get ready for an exciting journey into the world of fishing tricks and amazing catches. You are on the TopFacts BLACK channel. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, let's go. Fishermen often come across unusual and even strange things, but one event stands out. Several years ago, in Australian waters, a fish was caught that caused a real shock. It was distinguished from others by its empty head. This was a rare and unique creature found during a scientific expedition to unexplored corners of Australia. This fish had no visible eyes, and its miniature mouth was located under its body. According to scientists' estimates, the length of this unusual creature did not exceed 1 meter. Instead of nostrils, it had 2 small red spots. Researchers initially speculated that it was a faceless eel, but some scientists hypothesized that this creature could represent an entirely new species of marine life. The decision was made to send the fish to a research center for further study. Scientists hope that additional analysis and tests will help them more accurately determine the origin of this amazing creature and learn more about its biological characteristics. Sometimes ordinary fishing can turn into an unexpected treasure. An example of this is a case from Yemen last year, when a group of fishermen stumbled upon a giant dead sperm whale while fishing off the coast of Aden. They decided to pull it ashore to dissect it. The treasure was discovered when they began cutting the whale's carcass. Inside its digestive system, they found something completely unusual: ambergris. This substance is also known as floating gold. It forms only in whales and is used in the production of the most expensive perfumes. The weight of this piece of ambergris exceeded 100 kilograms. It was later sold for more than $1.5 million. This find undoubtedly became a huge windfall for the fishermen and the local population, helping them significantly improve their economic situation. Sometimes fishing can turn into a real adventure, especially when the target is such a unique creature as a sawfish. The case of 3 men on the coast of China illustrates this well. These fishermen ventured into the water to catch a large fish, while a woman stayed on the boat, holding the fish by its tail with special equipment. Their efforts paid off. They returned with a massive sawfish measuring 7 meters in length. This specimen was only half a meter shorter than the longest known sawfish, which measured 7.5 meters in length. Sawfish have unique traits that make them some of the most remarkable inhabitants of the ocean. One of their characteristics is their hunting technique. They sleep all day and hunt at night, making it easier for them to catch unsuspecting prey in the dark. All fishermen dream of a big catch, but one of them managed to fulfill his dream of catching a huge catfish. It happened when the fisherman noticed a strange, almost translucent figure beneath the water's surface. He cast his bait, hoping to attract the fish. At first, the attempt was successful, but suddenly, the catfish managed to break free and swim away. The fisherman didn't give up and cast his bait again. This move worked. The hungry catfish, mistaking the bait for a small fish, decided to strike. Despite the catfish's attempts to break the line several times, the fisherman eventually succeeded in overcoming it. This catfish turned out to be the biggest catch of his life, measuring over 6 feet in length. But this giant wasn't the only catch of the day. The fisherman managed to catch many small fish as well, making this fishing trip truly unforgettable. A strange creature found under the Brooklyn Bridge caused a commotion among local residents. This fish, with its peculiar patterns on its skin and in very poor condition, brought uncertainty and fear into people's hearts. No one could accurately determine what this creature was. However, after careful examination, researchers concluded that it was the decaying corpse of a sturgeon. Sturgeons typically reach lengths of up to 20 feet when young, while the found corpse was only about a meter long. It was likely that this sturgeon fell victim to a predator, explaining its poor condition and the absence of most of its body. This discovery served as a reminder of the mystery and unpredictability of the ocean world. As a group of fishermen retrieved their catch from the water, they encountered an unexpected situation. In the shallow waters dwelled a giant, colossal squid, which seemed to have noticed their prey. Waving its powerful tentacles, it tried to steal the fish from the fishermen. Despite their efforts to fend it off by poking it with their fishing rods, it was in vain. The squid proved to be too persistent and strong, and they couldn't send it back into the depths of the sea. Eventually, the squid achieved its goal. Taking the fish that it had fiercely tried to snatch, it disappeared, swimming back into the deep waters. This unexpected incident became an unforgettable lesson for the fishermen about how nature can be unexpectedly tenacious and unpredictable. Red tide is a natural phenomenon that can be devastating to marine life. It occurs when a certain type of algae containing microorganisms blooms in the seawater. These algae, upon contact with ocean water, deplete oxygen levels and release toxins that can kill fish and cause skin diseases in humans. Not long ago, there was a mass die-off of fish due to such a red tide. Authorities had to collect around 7,000 pounds of dead fish from the Florida coast. Some of them were so bloated that they alarmed passers-by. One of the most notable examples was a sea bass, whose body attracted special attention from the public. This phenomenon is another testament to how biological and ecological changes can profoundly impact marine life. In 2022, an amazing event occurred. Michelle Benchevitz-Shakali managed to single-handedly catch a gigantic bluefin tuna weighing 1,000 pounds off the shores of Hampton Beach in the USA. This feat was captured on camera, showcasing Michelle's strength and skills, as catching such a massive tuna usually requires the efforts of several people. Michelle spent 2.5 hours on this successful fishing expedition. The bluefin tuna, typically measuring from 3 to 4 meters in length, is threatened with extinction, making it even more challenging to catch. Thus, Michelle Benchevitz-Shakali's achievement is not only a demonstration of her exceptional fishing skills, but also an important reminder of the vulnerability of some marine species and the need to protect them. Marlins are renowned fighters in the world of fishing, possessing remarkable and unpredictable abilities. When a fisherman encounters one of them, it is crucial to remain calm. However, one fisherman failed to contain his emotions in the battle with a huge marlin. This marlin weighed an astronomical 500 kilograms and had no intention of surrendering to the fisherman. With immense determination and persistence, the fish resisted, doing everything possible to avoid being caught. It leaped, tried to escape, and splashed water into the boat, using its impressive weight as a defense. This intense battle lasted for a full 3 hours, but the fisherman did not give up. In the end, after an exhausting struggle, he succeeded in hauling the giant fish into his boat. All the efforts and patience ultimately paid off. The fishing trophy was truly magnificent. No one dreams of a close encounter with a whale shark. Spotting one from a distance is already a daunting experience. Getting closer to a giant creature like this is a terrifying ordeal. But imagine you're on your boat, and beneath you swim not one but 3 massive whale sharks. It's a scene that no one would want to witness. And one day, a fisherman, just spending time off the coast of Florida fishing, encountered such a scenario. He stumbled upon a gigantic whale shark, reaching approximately 15 meters in length. However, to the surprise of many, the fishermen did not panic. They managed to remain calm and even felt excitement when one of the sharks approached them during feeding. Such encounters are undoubtedly unpredictable and dangerous, but they also showcase the incredible beauty and power of nature that we must respect and protect. There is an area where more than 3,000 species of fish inhabit. However, access to them is only open to a small number of people, fishermen or rather divers. This is because to reach these fish, they must dive into the sea and make their way to the seabed. Diving deeper than usual involves using a special tool they call a spear gun. This tool is used after they deliberately set it on the fish, after which they shoot and strike. This allows fishermen to catch the perfect catch. Some may find this an unusual way to catch fish, but it is actually part of a tradition passed down from generation to generation in the Bajau tribe. It's a practice they've been carrying out for many years. For them, it's just a daily ritual. Similarly, in the Mangyan tribe, people use the same method of fishing by diving into the depths of the sea. These two cultures, though different, are united by a common ancient tradition and respect for the sea, demonstrating unusual skills and fearlessness in the face of nature. When a Japanese fisherman cast his net with hopes of a successful catch, he didn't expect the discovery that left him in shock. As he pulled up his fishing net, he found a strange, snake-like creature in it. Initially, the fisherman thought of the mythical oarfish, but upon closer examination, it became clear that this was an entirely different creature. Its paper-thin, flat body and the ice-like protrusions resembling hair made it particularly bizarre. Although videos of this mysterious sea creature have been published several times, the true nature of this aquatic enigma remains unknown. It remains an anonymous creature, sparking interest and amazement among all who encounter its story. Defying all odds and seemingly ignoring its own condition, this fish continued to swim as if nothing had happened. Usually, animals in such circumstances do not survive, which is why this case drew the attention of many. The incident occurred in the waters of Florida. The fish, which looked like a zombie due to its fragmented appearance, was likely bitten by a young shark. But despite missing a chunk of flesh on its back, it continued to live its usual life. While researchers speculate that the fish probably won't survive for an extended period with such injuries, the fact that it managed to survive even one day is nothing short of a miracle. This case is a remarkable example of resilience and determination in the animal kingdom, showing how even in the most extreme conditions, they continue to fight for their survival. Have you ever heard of a fish that some consider a harbinger of impending disasters? This species, also known as the sunfish, is rarely encountered alive because it inhabits depths ranging from 200 to 1,000 meters. However, there have been cases where such creatures unexpectedly ended up in fishing nets. In Japan, for example, 2 live sunfish were caught in one of these nets. The net was at a depth of 27 meters, which is much shallower than their usual habitat. Instead of killing them, the fisherman carefully released the fish back into the water. Another case occurred when a fisherman accidentally caught a 6-meter-long fish. As in the previous case, the fishermen were kind enough to release the fish back into the water. In a separate case in Ecuador, a dead 4-meter-long sea serpent was found, which is unusual for such deep-sea creatures. There are rumors that the appearance of such fish on the surface is considered an ominous sign or a harbinger of disaster, as there are myths about their ability to predict calamities. This time, the spotlight is not on a shark or a dolphin, but on a sunfish that stirred up public interest after being caught off the coast of Colombia. This incident occurred almost 10 years ago, when a pair of fishermen went out fishing, but instead of the usual catch, they encountered a massive sunfish. The sunfish, also known as the mola mola, is considered the largest bony fish in the world. The discovered specimen, estimated to be over 2 meters in length, was found dead. This was quite unusual because sunfish are rarely found in the waters of this region. The news of the discovery attracted a large number of visitors interested in seeing this rare fish. Subsequently, the fish was transported to a research center for further study. This event drew attention to the diversity of marine life and emphasized the importance of preserving and studying the biodiversity of seas and oceans. So these were astonishing footage captured by fishermen. If you enjoyed the episode and would like to see something similar, please leave comments, like the video, subscribe to the TopFacts BLACK channel, and right now, watch one of our previous episodes.